just need time.
What is here, everybody? This one's here back with our running shots on the Madden 20 Seattle Seahawks franchise mode episode number 17. Today, the rivalry continues. The 49ers are coming to town, and in the Central Link Field, last time we played, we had the snow game. Today, we have our first rain game actually in Seattle. So we're going to back-to-back weather games at Central Link Field. Pretty fun. Finally getting to do that, though, because I was waiting for the rain to come. We finally get it here in Week 17. Garoppolo versus Russell Wilson. We took the first matchup in San Francisco by storm. You guys did not check that one out. Go look at the playlist. But don't leave this video. You can watch this video and then go back. The playlist will be in the end screen annotation. Yeah, Russell Wilson getting his team hyped. We are in a 12-game winning streak, 13-2. Looks like the 49ers will not be making the playoffs. The division was pretty bad, so Garoppolo only 18-13. Not a good ratio there. Only 3,500 passing yards for Garoppolo. And first pass complete to Dante Pettis. Now in second one over the middle, that's complete to George Kittle. And now we're going to go with a handoff, or they're going to go with a handoff, I guess, to Telvin Coleman. And he coughs up the football. That's Jadeveon Clowney with that amazing carrying the ball there in the one hand. That's sick. And Bobby with the forced fumble and the recovery by Clowney and the touchdown, and then the animation with no ball. So that's fun. But Clowney doesn't get the sack, the goal on the drive, but he gets the picks. So that works. Or excuse me, the touchdown. On second and fourth, here's a completion, Deebo Samuel. And now they're going to go right back to Samuel. Garoppolo does. And it's complete left side. Garoppolo 5 for 5 so far. Good start for him. He's going to fire that left side. That's Deebo once more. And he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Missed tackle by Trey Flowers. And he goes all the way. Here's Russell Wilson, 65-23. Our goal this game is to get Chris Carson to 1,000 yards. We tried last week. That didn't work out too much. Marshawn Lynch is back in the lineup. They're missing some of the last game. And, yeah, we need 150 yards from Carson. So I'm hoping we can do that. He's a healthy back at it, except he gets hurt here, but he is fine. He's fine. So he's going to be back a little bit later. Wilson tries to scramble on 3rd and 10, gets taken down by D Ford. 4th and 15, Wilson still going to go for it, because why now? We're going to find that over the middle of Josh Gordon, and Gordon picks up the first down and more inside 25 to the 23-yard line, because he must cramps for Chris Carson. Now Wilson the handoff to Rashad Penny, getting a little bit of action here. Now we're going to Marshawn Lynch up the gut beast mode inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, Wilson stumbles, finds his man open, and that's Lockett. He gets laid out by Fred Warner. So second and goal, Wilson has to scramble out to his right. He's going to dive for the pylon. Actually, he's going to slide into the end zone for the touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for Wilson. That's his 11th on the season. So there is a big hit from Marquise Blair after the hurdle. But no fumble there. Here is a fake jet touch pass. The handoff to Telvin Coleman goes nowhere. Brought down by Logan Ryan. The cornerback, of course, we sit in our nickel package. They go right back to Coleman here on second 14. Second down there by Shaquem Griffin. 3rd and 12. Garoppolo staying tall in the pocket. Looks right side. That is going to be caught. Dante Pettis with the snag. And to the 41-yard line now from 2nd and 10. Garoppolo over the middle. And that's going to be a big breakup by both Jordan Brooks and Bobby Wagner. 3rd and 10, dump down goes nowhere, so Seattle takes over up 6. Here's Chris Carson trying to find an opening, slide through the offensive line, nothing going. So actually on the second 7 hand of Marshawn, gets a big gap and a big run. So beast mode here doesn't get anything. So second 11 toss to Chris Carson, gonna lose a bunch of yards. So 3rd and 15, Wilson fires it to Josh Gordon, gaining 9 on the play, so that brings up 4th and 7. Wilson, no huddle, empty backfield, blitz coming right side. Wilson rolls out to his right, icons disappear. Wilson going for Metcalf, incomplete. So that was on me. I should not have been going for that in the first place, and I also should not have. Yeah, that was just bad. But here's Quandre Davis, solid tackle on Coleman after he gets a big gain. Now they're going right side for Coleman, and Coleman breaks a couple tackles, gets inside. The 3-1. Here's Raheem Mostert, and he's going to fight forward, but he's not going to get anything. And Coleman tries to truck his way in, and he's going to be stopped at the 1, but Garoppolo, just like that, passed the ball. It's going to be caught for the touchdown. So Seattle takes back over, down by 1 now. And we're going to run verticals because I saw the press coverage right side. Metcalf has the release, and he's getting the catch and run. Metcalf with that 95 speed, trying to truck the defender right there. Gets inside the 15 and 13. Now Chris Carson, a big run here, trying to hurl the defender, maybe get in the end zone. He's in the 3, 5 for 9 yards. Those losses really did not help, and neither does that. 4th and 3, we're going to Marshawn on the stretch play. He just gets the first down. Now we're going Chris Carson out the middle. They call it a touchdown, but then the booth review will say no touchdowns. So the Carson touchdown will be nullified here in just a second. So with review, it's going to go away. It didn't look like it. I was surprised they called touchdown, but then they overturned it. So Carson, we're going to go right back to him, try to jump into the end zone. Didn't work. We lose the yard. Now we're going pitch to Carson. That goes nowhere. So from the 5, we're going to hand it right back off. I just want to get Carson in the end zone. That didn't work. So here's Telvin Coleman. He fumbles the football in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Jaron Reed with a recovery. We get better than a safety. We get a touchdown. Amazing. Kind of love that. And Coleman breaks a tackle from JAMAL in the zone, which is really hard to believe. There's Deebo Samuel, breaks a tackle. And Deebo with the speed. Shaq Griffin not going to be able to catch him. Touchdown, San Francisco. One play just like that. They're back up by 1. Now we're going hand out Chris Carson out the middle. Chris Carson, first down and more. Juke for about 12 yards on the play, 9:32. And off there, Chris Carson trying to get him 150 yards this game. Sherman with the tackle on that one. And now Wilson fires a little. That's caught. Tyler Lockett will get to the 48-yard line, being taken down by Fred Warner. Now 1st and 10, press coverage again. I guess I didn't recognize it that time. But I went to Chris Carson. The handoff, he gets again 2. They're not much either. So already 15 handoffs, nothing going. 4th and 5, we're going to run with Marshawn. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but Beast Mode gets a big run up to the 35. Now Carson actually has some space, and he's going to get inside the 20 to the 19. And then the red zone now, Seattle. They're going to look for Metcalf. And that's going to be caught. Wilson with the dime to DK, who scores with his 15th touchdown on the season. So we have some of the top receivers in our league. We'll look at the stats of the final year. You're going to see how amazing all of our receivers are. We have Gordon is the number 1, Metcalf is number 2, Lockett is number 3, and Deebo Samuel, pass broken up. Pretty good pass actually from Garoppolo, accurate, but broken up by Trey Flowers. Now Garoppolo standing tall in the pocket as all day, finally gets the ball away, and he fires Deebo Samuel, who's had a big game and continues to dominate our defense right now. And Garoppolo from under center, 2nd inches, left side, that's caught by his tight end, not George Kittle, and that guy's going to get to the 23. So yeah, now from the 10, basically 1st and goal, and that's going to be picked off. He was looking for George Kittle that time. That's Jamal Adams, the potential Defensive Player of the Year candidate between the 2 Seahawks defenders, Adams and Bobby Wagner. But the president goes pick 6 to the house. Amazing play once more from the potential Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and that is Jamal Adams. Continues down in the defensive end, the users on that, with Jamal have been amazing, and that's going to be caught there. Dante Pettis, sound catch on the sideline. Now 1st and 10, Garoppolo right side, could have been picked off again, but unfortunately that didn't work. So I don't know what happened there, but 2nd and 10, Garoppolo, he's going to get taken down. That's Everson Griffin, our top pass rusher. Now 3 seconds left. They're going to go for the field goal. Robbie Gould is left and short. Robbie Gould, the old reliable, known from Chicago, and unable to hit there. So 2nd and 8. Here's Chris Carson, stumbles, but it's a flag. Unfortunately, that was one of our bigger runs of the day, and it's going to be a holding call on Dwayne Brown. So fantastic. Now 2nd and 18. It's right back to Chris Carson. I'm running the inside zone play a lot because this is usually like my best running play. That's why I run that. Like I ran that a lot this game, so just pointing that out. And then I went Marshawn a lot in the I form, the heavy formations. Then I started going Carson, heavy formations late. That didn't help either. But yeah, I was just doing everything I could. Only 19:59. Just could not find anything. But here's Metcalf with a catch. They're in 11. They ran press. Witherspoon cannot contain ZK, and there's just D Ford easily block shed. The block sheds were just really annoying. Beast mode, runs over defender, takes a few defenders with him to the 20-yard line. Marshawn had a great game. From the handoffs he did get. Now we're going power row to left side. Carson, I don't know what that was. It was auto spin, and that was unhelpful. So Carson loses yards here. And now from the 22, the field goal is going to be good. Jason Myers, who missed like 6 kicks last week, hits here. And that is going to be the pass complete right side. And now, in the 47, incomplete, looking for Logan Ryan, and hand off Tevin Coleman. He's going to try to use offensive lineman, breaks a few tackles, somehow did not get taken down, but finally does. Now, a near interception, a great play on the ball by Jordan Brooks. Force a punt of San Francisco. Now the toss play, somehow, someway, blocks were not picked up there. We had a perfect opportunity. That looked like a great play from the start, and so does this one, until everybody just runs right past their guy, taking me off, as usual. Now Wilson going to get it to Josh Gordon, who's going to try to fight for the first. On 3rd and 16, now 4th and 3, Wilson's going to take off, and he's going to slide on down to the 28. Or, excuse me, 30-yard line now from the 28, Marshawn. He's got breathing room, and he's going to run over a defender to the 42. Chris Carson now back in the ball game from the shotgun, doubles off set formation. We're going to go right to him. Carson, who potty does not know how to freaking block, so we're going to go with Chris Carson again here. 2nd and 10 up to the 50. A nice run and good juke move to get some yards there. There's a nice pass. Wilson on the run to Josh Gordon. And Josh Gordon will go all the way. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Seattle. His 20th touchdown on the season. Moving up the charts on the all-time record books, I guess you could say. And here's the deep pass for Deebo Samuel. He hauls it in over Trey Flowers. Earlier, Flowers ran the play. This time, Samuel with an insane catch. Quandre Diggs with the tackle. Now Garoppolo from under center. Fires over the middle. Batted down by Bobby Wagner on 3rd and goal. So they start for 3. 45-24. Handoff to Chris Carson. Carson up the gun on 3rd and 2. Gets the first and more to the 48. Now Marshawn the handoff up the middle. Beast mode to the 44-yard line. Make it the 43. Now on 3rd and inches. Marshawn fighting forward. Trying to rip the ball as the 49ers defender could not do any. Blitz coming right side. 3rd and 11. Wilson with the middle. Caught by Josh Gordon. Gordon holding on to the football. Gets to the 23-yard line. Now here's Chris Carson. 2nd and 8. Handoff. One of his bigger runs whenever we get those. It's either like a loss, a 2-yard gain, or a 10-yard gain. But it's more than that. It's been a 2-yard gain or a loss. But here's Carson. He runs over the defender and hops into the end zone for his first touchdown of the day. Finally got him in the end zone. We had the one earlier, but that didn't count. But yeah, so Chris Carson gets a touchdown. Maybe not going to get the 150 yards. And that's going to be picked off. Jamal Adams looking for George Kittle again. Was Garoppolo. 2 pick sixes for Jamal Adams, who leads the NFL in interceptions and shattered the record for most interceptions in a season, and continues to dominate the record books. So yeah, anyway, Garoppolo over the middle of the field, caught George Kittle, and he's gonna make the play now. Right side, nearly picked off. Could have been picked off. It was a nice pass though by Garoppolo. Put some extra touch on that. Now over the middle, picked off. Bobby Wagner. The users are on point today, and Bobby Wagner doesn't quite have the speed to be taken down by Raheem Mostert. But the 47 gets the pick nonetheless. Chris Carson handoff here. There's only 6 people in the box, but Carson makes the best he can. Gets a 5-yard gain. Now Wilson, dangerous throw. It is incomplete on 4th and 4. We've ran the ball so many times that we've only passed 14 times. Pretty crazy. Stats are not too good for Wilson today. Garoppolo has all day to throw. Airs it out. And incomplete. Looking for George Kittle. Shaq Griffin with the drop pass right there. The drop pick, I guess. 3rd and 10 pass complete. I think that was Deebo Samuel again. And now right side. Jamal couldn't make the play. That's going to be caught. I think that was Bourne. A.J. Bourne, whatever his name is. And here's Tevin Coleman, fumbles the football, then it's picked up by the 49ers, and it's a touchdown. That's just our luck. That's happened multiple times this year. Chris Carson, no running room, so 3rd and 10. Blitz coming right side. Wilson over the middle. That's caught. Josh Gordon continue to add to his total yards and catches on the season. Now we're going Marshawn Lynch after Carson didn't work, and Marshawn Lynch, one juke. He's turned on the Jets beast mode. If he can outrun Sherman, which he should be able to, Marshawn Lynch's longest run of the year, untouched touchdown. He had that big run back in week 1, I think it was, against the Bengals, which was Beastquake 3.0, where he broke some tackles. Here's Wilson trying to give it the pylon, couldn't get it for 2-point conversion. He broke some tackles and got the 67-yard run or something. Here's George Kittle breaking all kinds of tackles on 3rd and 1, but Marshawn with the long touchdown there. He's had some big runs too. Bobby forces the fumble and picks the ball up with only a minute left, continuing to add to his forced fumble stats. And Carson, a couple runs here, just absolutely did not work. We lost yards, and nothing worked here. But, yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying, though, with Marshawn. He had some big runs in his record-breaking game with 310 yards. There's Josh Gordon in the middle complete for the first down and 4th down. But here's Carson, nothing really going here. But, yeah, so Like I said though, Marshawn, he's had some big runs in the Rams game. He had like 60-yard runs, but they weren't touchdowns. But great run from him there to cap off his insane regular season, as Seattle finishes the year with what, 2 losses, 14-2. So they had more yards per play. Obviously, we were just trying to ground and pound, and we couldn't get Carson to 1,000 yards. That was my goal. I ran the ball another 30 times. Ran with him 45 times last week, and he was hurt. So Wilson. Actually, no, we ran the ball 45 times here. We ran 35 last time. So, pardon me on that. Marshawn had 201 yards off of 20 carries. Had a touchdown run, of course. Wilson had a touchdown. Carson did get over 100 yards, but was 45 yards short of what he was looking for. We only completed passes to our top 3 receivers, Gordon, Metcalf, and Lockett. That's pretty crazy. Bobby, great game. Sacks, we had just Jamal. Wait, that wasn't Jamal that was sacked. It was just Everson Griffin. So there's the total stats. And forced fumbles 3 from Bobby. So Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams dominated this game. Marshawn, of course, had the big run, but on the defensive end of the ball, Jamal with the 2 pick sixes. You can see Wilson had about 6,000 yards passing, nearly 5,800. Lots of touchdown passes. Carson was just 43 yards shy of 1,000 yards season. His average went down because of all these carries in the past 2 games. Before it was close to like 5.5. So Josh Gordon 2,000 yards, breaks Calvin Johnson's record, 3 touchdowns shy of tying the record. We almost had 3,000-yard receivers with Lockett in 958 yards. I was trying to get him that too. I kind of forgot about it, honestly. Metcalf easily had with 1,300 yards in his second year, and we had a lot of touchdowns to Lockett and Metcalf and Josh Gordon, who all had 20, 15, and like 15 plus. So yeah, here's the tackles in the defensive side of the ball. We can take a look at some of these stats. Darnell Taylor had 1 tackle for loss, 21 from Bobby, 18 from Jamal Adams. Typical stuff here, which you would expect. Sacks, we were a terrible pass rushing team. Just 10 from Everson Griffin, 9 from Clowney. That was our top. And the Bears, we had Mack with 38.5. So pass rush is something we got to upgrade in the offseason. INTs, Jamal, 17. Bobby next with 7. I think we saw Logan Ryan there with 5. And we had a lot of other players with just 1. So yeah, we take a look at deflections, forced fumbles. Deflections, Jamal Adams a little with 15, Wagner with 11, then Shaquille Griffin with 9. Catches allowed, that's pretty much useless because, yeah, I don't know, that doesn't even work. Bobby Wagner had 32 forced fumbles on the season. I don't even know what the record was before that, but that is amazing. He laid the wood every game. That's the Legion of Boom by 1 player. KJ Wright had 7 himself, Jamal with 5, so that was pretty cool as well. Fumble recovery 7 from Bobby. Surprised he didn't have more, honestly. We had a ton of fumble recoveries, though, overall. We missed a lot, though. A lot. We missed. It was just tons. Bobby forced like 8 in 1 game and only 4 recovered. Touchdowns, Jamal had 11. All those were pretty much pick sixes and fumble sixes. Well, like I said, that's the only option. But a lot of those were the pick sixes, the user ones. So what downs played was actually, let's see who it was. I think, did I show it? I don't know if I did. But field goals attempted here, Jason Myers. Not the greatest, 10 of 18. Extra points, 67 to 78 for 85%. Punting, 31 punts for about 1,700 yards. Full door set wasn't a bad returner this year, about 25 yards per return. There's Wilson's stats again, 67-23. Look at that compared to other top quarterbacks. You can see this is just Wilson's just by far. He actually did the most picks, but obviously threw the most passes and the most touchdowns easily. Joe Bartle tied for second with Drew Brees, 39 apiece there, but yards per game almost 400 if you round up quite a bit. But sacked 89 times was Russell Wilson. That is crazy. Marshawn was just a phenomenal player. We had Wilson with over 1,000 yards. We had 2,000 yard rushers. Should have had 3, of course. But yeah, rushing touchdowns. You can see there's Carson. We had a lot of the top runners in the league with our 3 top guys there doing their thing. Carson did not fumble the ball. Wilson had a lot of fumbles, but yeah. So we take a look at the team stats here. You can see we were not the greatest. Actually, this was offense, so we were insane. We had 56 points per game, which was a lot better than the Bears franchise. We had like 41. So with the Seahawks, we had the offense going early on in the season and the defense. Not as far as giving up points because we were terrible in points. We gave up a lot of points, lots of yards, but we took the ball away a lot. We scored a lot as a defense, and we were like what third worst in sacks, something like that. But actually, no, we were actually pretty high with 36. But still, I think we could have done. We had 81 with the Bears, so Yeah, we had a lot more fumbles and a lot more picks with this team, however, so it kind of balances out. But overall, defense did okay. Could have done better, but I think definitely with all the forced fumbles, they did great. I probably should say great, because if you get that many fumbles, that many picks, you're doing something right, regardless of how many. We attempted the fourth down 59 times, converted 46 times of the Seahawks franchise. So that's pretty darn good. Percentage was second there. So red zone efficiency 81%, not terrible. And defensively, we were just there. We didn't do a whole lot. The only time we could stop them was usually if it was a pick, or a fumble. But rushing touchdowns, receiving yards, of course, Gordon did that. I'm just gonna show you guys some records, simulate a little bit to the playoffs, and see the wild card picture and how that's all gonna show the divisional picture, because we gotta simulate the wild card. DK Metcalf gets another upgrade. He is a 86 overall right now, and with this upgrade, he's now an 87. After we upgrade his route running, Metcalf has had a phenomenal season. His upgrades have been going up. He's got superstar and all that good stuff. So you can see the records here and those who made the playoffs. Buccaneers 11-5. Tom Brady, pretty solid stuff right there. Losing streak -2 for some of these top playoff teams. Bengals made the playoffs at 9-7. And here you can see Houston beat Kansas City, New Orleans defeated Tampa Bay, Buffalo beats Cincinnati, and Green Bay falls to Philadelphia, which sets up the divisional for the Bills at the Chargers. Saints are coming to Seattle, Texans at Ravens, and the Eagles at Cowboys. So if you guys enjoy, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.